Hi, welcome to Carrie Creates Cards. Today's card I will be using Beautiful Butterfly Stamp by Chloe, along with some Nestable dies and some Tim Holtz Distress Oxide inks. I really hope you enjoy watching. Now for today's card I'm going to be using this new stamp that I've recently purchased, the Stamps by Chloe. Now, I've never used Stamps by Chloe before, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is going to turn out. It's a beautiful stamp. Now to start, I cut out a piece of cardstock, the white linen, and it's 8 inches by 9 inches. I scored it in the middle and folded it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out these 2 dies, run them through my die cutting machine to create a matte and layered effect on the card. So I'm just going to remove them from the cutting platform. And the next thing so I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my distress inks. So I'm going to do a combination of colours today, and I'm going to use my brushes that I use to apply the inks. So I'm going to start with Faded Jeans, and I'm just going to blend it. Love these Distress Oxide inks. Just give that lovely dreamy effect. And next we've got Broken China. Should blend very nicely together. We'll come in with a bit of spiced marmalade. And try blend it up into the previous colour to get that lovely blended effect. You can always go back over them again if you're not happy. So then we're coming in with Crackling Campfire. My brush, it's that one. Love this colour, it's lovely deep orangey red. We'll blend that back up into the other orange as well. And finally, we're going to use Seedless Preserves. It's a gorgeous colour, this. And again, blending it into the previous shade. I'm just going to put a bit more of the spiced marmalade, I think. just to balance it out. There we go. So I'm going to wipe off the surface area with a wet wipe. Glass mats are very good for using with the inks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this to dry before we continue with the next process. Now while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my first layer onto my card. So I'm going to use a bit of double-sided foam tape. I'm just going to place that down as evenly as I can. So there we go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in a stamping platform. And this is the stamp that we're using. So hopefully that's dry enough. As I said before, you can use your heat gun if you want. I'd rather just leave it dry naturally, personally. And I'm not going to put it into the corner, and I'm just hoping that these magnets will hold it in place. I'm going to put my stamp, position it where I want it on the cardstock. There. And then pick it up. Now I'm going to use the Versafine Clear because I find on top of the Distress inks, I just love the effects of this particular ink. So crisp. So I'm going to ink up the stamp. Now I gave it a rub previously with a cloth just because it's a new stamp and I haven't used it yet. It's a very beautiful stamp. I hope the impression will come out as nice as what it looks. And we're just going to press that down. And as I thought, first go didn't work, but we'll do it again. It's very nice actually. Oh, that's very nice. Yes, very pleased with that. Just put my lid back on my ink. Clean off the stamp. Okay, so we're ready to remove that, and again just make sure that the ink dries. We'll bring back in our card base with the first layer already matted, And I'm going to just give that a minute as well, I think, to leave that Versafine clear dry. Okay, I think that should be dry. So I'm going to put a double-sided tape again, background. It's just nice, gives it a bit of a 3D effect on the card. Lifts it up a little bit, just adds another element to it. These layer dies are lovely. Yep, I think that looks good. Very nice card actually. Now just one more thing. I think I'm going to add a sentiment. So I'm thinking of doing a happy birthday. So I've got this little "It's Your Birthday" stamp, and I'm going to put it onto, going to do a white background and stamp it onto it, I think. So I'm just going to cut a piece of cardstock. Let's get a clean piece. Don't need it too big. About there, I think will do. We can cut it down a bit more afterwards if we want. So I'm just going to bring my stamping platform back in. Actually, I won't. Sorry, I'll use an acrylic block. It's so small. So I'm going to place my stamp on my acrylic block. I'm going to use the Versamark ink and the black embossing powder. Actually, let's give the cardstock over the powder first. Yeah, that looks quite good. So we'll just get the heat gun out now and we'll dry that. But first of all, I'm going to put the embossing powder back into its container so I can reuse it. Oops. That wipe down. I'm just going to bring the heat gun in now and I'm going to heat emboss the "It's Your Birthday," sorry. You'll see the ink changing. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to bring back in my trimmer and I'm just going to trim that. Yep, I think that's fine. Bring back in our lovely card. I'm loving the blend of those Distress Oxides. So we're just going to add in our It's Your Birthday. Not sure. Nice down there, I think, for a change. I'll just turn that over. Double-sided tape. And there we go. Lovely blend of the inks. Very nice. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching. I've really enjoyed making this card. And I'd love if you would subscribe to my channel. So please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the content. Thank you for watching.